I'm going to preview the 1 seed Duke versus the 2 seed Alabama men's basketball game, which will literally be played on tomorrow, March 29th at 7:49 p.m. Central Time on TruTv slash TBS. And as of right now, Duke is favored by 6.5 points. So first of all, I apologize for looking at it because I cannot memorize all this stuff. And I'll go over players for both of these teams, but first things first, I want to go over the overall records and their road. How did they get to this point of the NCAA tournament? So Duke is 34-3 on the season, 19-1 in the ACC. And granted, they're the only ACC team that's even this far, or even out of the first weekend, to be honest. So, so Duke did play Mount St. Mary's round one and won 93-49. Then they beat, that's 16 seed. They beat 9 seed Baylor 89-66. Nothing shocking there. Then they beat the 4 seed Arizona last night. Though Arizona pushed them a bit, 100-93. And I'm gonna double check real fast if Malik Brown did play. I think he did for Duke, but if he didn't, maybe he'll play in this game. Maybe, but it's not like. Yeah, he did actually play last night, but only like 4 minutes. So you got to keep that in mind. He is coming off of a shoulder injury. Now, Alabama's 28-8 overall, and 13-5 in the SEC, and we all know the SEC is definitely the best conference in men's basketball this year at least. So their road, they beat 15 seed Robert Morris University 90-81. Yeah, they gave up a lot of points to a 15 seed. They beat 7 seed St. Mary's 80-66. Then they beat BYU last night 113-88. And you wouldn't believe how many threes they attempted last night. Out of 66 shots, 51 were threes. And it's not including 21 free throws in all this. So, yeah, that's just crazy. That now I'll go over players for both of these teams. And keys to the game for both. And this is a very interesting matchup to say the least. So, obviously the first player to keep an eye on is Cooper Flagg. He's going to be the number 1 pick in the NBA draft, if not like the top 5 for sure. Or top 3 even. Number 2, 6'9", 205-pound forward. That's a freshman. 19 points per game, 7.5 rebounds per game, 4.3 assists per game, 1.3 blocks per game, 1.4 steals per game, 1.9 fouls per game, 2.1 turnovers per game. He does shoot 37.2% from the field on 129 attempts, 83.2% on free throws on 202 attempts. So he gets to the free throw line a ton. There's Knupel, K-N-U-E-P-P-E-L. Apologize if I butchered that. Number 7, 6'7", 217-pound guard. That's a freshman. He's another one and done. 14.2 points per game, 3.9 rebounds per game, 2.7 assists per game, 0.2 blocks per game, 1 steal per game, 2.1 fouls per game, 1.4 turnovers per game, 39.9% on threes on 198 attempts, 90.7% on free throws on 118 attempts. And there's obviously Tyrese Proctor, and he's not projected to be like a first round pick or anything. He's more like a second rounder if he does come out, which I don't think he's going to chance it to be in the draft and be like an undrafted free agent. But that's just besides the point here. Number 5, 6'6", 183-pound guard. That's a junior. 12.4 points per game, 3 rebounds per game, 2.3 assists per game, 0.1 blocks per game, 0.8 steals per game, 1.9 fouls per game, 1 turnover per game. 41.2% on threes on 211 attempts. 69.1% on free throws though on 68 attempts. And there's Sion James, and he's definitely going to be done at Duke after this year. And it's because he is a senior. I mean, telling the truth, then he's a 6'6", 220-pound guard. His jersey number is number 14, by the way. 8.6 points per game, 4.1 rebounds per game, 3.1 assists per game, 0.3 blocks per game, 0.8 steals per game, 2.1 fouls per game, 1.2 turnovers per game, 41.7% on threes on 72 attempts, 80.9% on free throws on 94 attempts. And it's Malauch, Malauch. I apologize if I butchered that. And he's probably going to be a one and done type. Look at the NBA draft board. It's number 9. 7'2", 250-pound center. That's a freshman. 8.5 points per game. 6.7 rebounds per game. 1.3 blocks per game. 0.7 turnovers per game. 2 fouls per game. And I apologize if I mentioned anything less than 0.6 on the assists and steals and turnovers, anything like that. Up to this point, I'm just going to do like that. Of course, on an assist, by the way, it has to be 2 or more for me to consider talking about. So, okay. 25% on threes, but that's on 16 attempts. 75.7% on free throws on 70 attempts. And there's Isaiah Evans. He's a possible one and done. Look at the NBA draft boards recently. Number 3, 6'6", 275-pound guard. That's a freshman. 7.2 rebounds per game. 7.2 points per game. 1 foul per game, really. That's all you need to know. 41.9% on threes on 148 attempts. 81.3% on free throws on 32 attempts. There's Caleb Foster. Number 1. 6'5", 202-pound guard. That's a sophomore. 5.1 points per game. 0.9 turnovers per game. 0.6 steals per game. 1.1 fouls per game. Made a 30 threes on 72 attempts. 2/3 on free throws, but that's on 33 attempts. There's Mason Gillis. Number 18. 6'6", 225-pound forward. That's a senior. 4.3 points per game, 2.7 rebounds per game, 1.3 fouls per game, really. 34.4% on threes on 96 attempts, 82.6% on free throws on 23 attempts. And there's Patrick Nangba II, number 21, 6'11", 250-pound center. That's a freshman. 4.1 points per game, 2.9 rebounds per game, 0.6 blocks per game, 1.7 fouls per game, 0 for 1 on threes, 74.2% on free throws on 31 attempts. And there's Malik Brown, and I would not mention him, but he did play last game. Number 6, 6'9", 222-pound forward. That's a junior. 2.5 rebounds per game, 2.5 points per game, 3.8 rebounds per game, 1.3 steals per game, 0.9 turnovers per game, 1.8 fouls per game. Made it third on threes on 12 attempts, 37.5% on free throws, but that's on 16 attempts. And that's granted. And the last player I'm going to mention is Darren Harris, number 8. 6'6", 203-pound guard. That's a freshman. 2 points per game. That's really all you need to know. 22.7% on threes on 22 attempts. 50% on free throws that's on 16 attempts. So it's pretty much all the guys you need to know for Duke. And granted, they might not play as many as that many guys, but you never know. Now, Alabama side of things. The first player you're automatically going to have to know is Mark Steers, number 1. 6'1", 109-pound guard. That's a senior. 19 points per game. 3 rebounds per game, 5.1 assists per game, 2.6 turnovers per game, zero point 0.9 steals per game, 1.5 fouls per game, 34.8% on threes. That's on 256 attempts, 85% on free throws on 234 attempts. There's Aiden Holloway. Number 2, 6'1", 108-pound guard. That's a sophomore. 11.6 points per game, 2 assists per game, 1.2 turnovers per game, 0.6 steals per game, 1.7 fouls per game, 42% on threes on 205 attempts, 77.6% on free throws on 58 attempts. And there's Grant Nelson. He's definitely done after this year. He's using his extra year of eligibility. Number 4, 6'11", 230-pound forward. That's a senior. 11.5 points per game, 7.6 rebounds per game, 1.2 blocks per game, 1.8 turnovers per game, 2.6 fouls per game, 26.4% on threes on 91 attempts, 2/3 on free throws, but that's on 138 attempts. There's LeBaron Philon. Number 0, 6'4", 177-pound guard. That's a freshman. He might be at 1 and done, but I don't know. 10.4 points per game, 3.3 rebounds per game, 3.8 assists per game, 1.7 turnovers per game, 1.3 steals per game, 1.7 fouls per game, 30.5% on threes on 118 attempts, 76.2% on free throws on 84 attempts. And there's Chris Youngblood. Number 8, 6'4", 223-pound guard. That's a senior. 10.3 points per game, 2.3 rebounds per game, 0.7 steals per game, 1.1 turns per game, 2.3 fouls per game, 39.5% on threes on 147 attempts, 80% on free throws, but that's on 45 attempts. And there's Clifford Amore. And he's using his extra year of eligibility, as you could tell. Number 11, 6'11", 250-pound center. That's a senior. 8 points per game, 6.6 rebounds per game, 0.8 turnovers per game, 1.1 blocks per game, 2.7 fouls per game, 0 for 1 on threes, 71.9% on free throws on 89 attempts. There's Mohamed Diabate. Number 10, 6'7", 215-pound forward. That's a sophomore. 7.3 points per game, 6 rebounds per game, 1.1 turnovers per game, 0.7 blocks per game, 0.9 steals per game, 2.4 fouls per game, 48% on threes, but that's on 25 attempts, 60% on free throws, but that's on 90 attempts. And I'm only going to mention like 3 more players here for Alabama, and that's Darion Reed. Number 35, 6'8", 220-pound forward. That's a freshman. 6.1 points per game, 2.9 rebounds per game, 0.8 turnovers per game, 1.2 fouls per game, 27% on threes on 37 attempts, 57.9% on free throws on 57 attempts. And there's Jaron Stevenson. Number 15, 6'11", 215-pound forward. That's a sophomore. 5.6 points per game, 3.4 rebounds per game, 0.8 turnovers per game, 0.6 blocks per game, 2.2 fouls per game, 31.3% on threes on 99 attempts, 59.7% on free throws on 62 attempts. And the last player I'm really going to mention is Aiden Sherrill, just in case he does play. Number 22, 6'10", 240-pound forward. That's a freshman. 3.3 points per game, 2.9 rebounds per game, 1.3 fouls per game, 31.6% on threes on 38 attempts, 46.3% on free throws on 41 attempts. So you got to put your last game behind you, and whatever you did wrong last game, you got to correct in this game, and what you did right last game, you got to bring it to this game. Obviously, you got to make adjustments on the fly, both offensively and defensively, not just from first half to second half, but during those halves. Timeout to timeout. I mean, Media break, the media break, basically. You got to out hustle the other team. You got to do this for your seniors or your one and done players, because you don't want to lose. End your career on a loss, or even like a 2 and done or 3 and done. But you get the whole point here. And I know you never know about the transporter these days, but definitely for the seniors and the one and dones, this is definitely their last game, or early entrant to the NBA draft. I mean, you gotta adjust to officiating. You gotta make plays to win. You gotta be more mentally tougher team. You gotta limit your foul trouble while getting them in foul trouble, especially to the key guys, and everything. And now defensively, if I was Duke, make Alabama shoot shoot a lot of long twos instead of threes, and of course you cannot fall for pump fakes for both of these teams. But I'm saying for Duke's side of things, because when you look at Alabama, they're pretty much close to live and die by the three. That's what they were against BYU. I mean, that is the truth, and I know they made a ton. But BYU's defense is not as good as Duke's defense. It's not, but that's besides the point. And Alabama's defense definitely needs to step up in this type of game. There's no question they need to. And last time Alabama played a team like with a defense, and I know Florida gave up a lot of points. I know Florida gave up a lot of points in that one half, but in the SEC, in the semifinals, they gave up 104. So, my point, and it was like run away. My point is, you can't, of course, another thing across the board, you cannot have allow big runs to happen on you. And on defense, you got contain the shooters, contain the slashers, like I said. You cannot fall for pump fakes. You got to create some turnovers, limit the points in the paint, especially the 3-point line for those shooters. You got to get the defensive board and limit those second chance points. Don't want to let the other team live at the free throw line either. And you got to limit the points out turnovers, fast break points, points in the paint. Of course, 3-point line, of course. And all this. And another thing across the board. You have to have your bench step up. Because sometimes it does make a difference. And you got to be good in late game situations across the board too, for both offense and defense. Now, offensively, you got to get some points out of turnovers. Take good shots. Good shot selection wise. And get some points in the paint. And I know Alabama did not get a lot of points in the paint last game. I know. But it's important. Sometimes, whenever your shot's not going in, got to get to the basket. You got to. You got to get some second chance points. And that's probably the reason why Alabama crushed BYU, by the way. It's one of the reasons. Look at the numbers. Of course, I know you got to make your free throws count, because that does impact on who wins this type of game. Right here, and you got to get some fast break points, like I said. Some points in the paint. It doesn't have to be a lot, but, second chance points, points on turnovers. So yeah. We're going to have to wait and see what happens here. And look, I know the ACC was down this year, but Duke is one of the best teams in the country for a reason. Look at what they did in a non-con. And the thing about it is, it's hard to beat the same team twice. Because, Duke actually played Arizona at Arizona and won by 14. But that's back in November. Like November 22nd to be exact. So, my point is, Arizona was already kind of familiar with them. And Arizona at the time they were doing with a tougher schedule. They didn't start so well, but they finished really well down the stretch, especially in the Big 12. And now Alabama is very battle tested, as you could tell, with the SEC and some of the non-con games. So you get the whole picture about this game right here. We're going to have to wait and see who wins, and this game will be played in Newark, New Jersey, by the way, in Prudential Center. We're going to have to wait and see what happens. So anyways, if you like this content, hit the like and subscribe, and see you guys later on the road to 800 subscribers. Of course, ultimate goal is 1,000 more. So my money at this course, like video, comment video, really helps YouTube algorithms. So more people see it. Sharing the video does help as well, so more people could watch. And if you're watching and not subscribe, hit subscribe button, hit the notification bell as well. Another thing on defense is you gotta slow down the best players as much as you can in this type of game, and try to give them a bad game if you can. And one of the best ways is to not allow open looks. I mean, if they make a contested shot, they make a contested shot. It is what it is at that point. But you do not want to make it harder for yourself. And obviously, in those late game situations, when you try to get the ball in, you got to find a way to get the ball in and protect it. So we'll see what happens.